So I know it has been a while since the last historic rebuilding video. I just want to apologize for that. Between the NBA free agency, future rebuilds with the 2017 Thunder, and then just the 76ers My Gym series, I've just been packed. So I decided, you know what, why not? Let's hop right back into the historic rebuilding series, one of my favorite series that I do have going on my channel. We take a look at this roster. We're obviously led by the German Jesus, no other than Dirk Nowitzki. He's locked up on a contract for 3 years. Actually relatively cheap for someone who's going to probably turn into like a 92, 93 overall. So, I mean, we're only around $8 million per year. Not going to mess with that at all. He's not going anywhere at all. Steve Nash, around 28 years old, a little bit past his prime, making around $9.5 million. Probably going to look to move him, honestly. I know it's not really realistic that one would move him, but since he is 28 years old, probably going to be 29, 30 next season, he's probably going to want a pretty decent contract, and I'm going to go ahead and see what I can get for me. If I can get, like, if I'm going to go out on a limb and say I could possibly get D'Angelo Russell if I stretch and I throw in a few draft picks. So that's what I'm going to try to do. Also on the team, we do have Michael Finley. Again, going to probably be 30 years old next year. He's on a cheap contract this year, so I may or may not keep him, depending if I can get a decent backup small forward. Then we have the GOAT, Nick Van Exel. I don't know if you guys ever watched my 97-98 Lakers rebuild video, but just go watch it. Honestly, you'll understand why he's the GOAT. He hit the craziest shot, and that's why he's the GOAT. Also on the team, we have Sean Bradley. I mean, literally everyone is on like basically a one-year deal, and everyone is just free to go, really. I'm not seeing any too crazy deals. I might move this Avery Johnson guy. He's 37, and he's making around $6 million, so not really looking to have him on the team, especially because he's probably not going to play at 71 years old. And then we just have the four filler players, John Brown, John Davis, John Smith, and John Jones. So let's just go ahead and make some trades. Once I make my first trade, you guys will see that. So I'm going to try to get this trade worked out with the Los Angeles Lakers, sending Steve Nash and Raif LaFrentz to the Lakers for D'Angelo Russell and Nick Young. Just threw Nick Young in because he does make the contracts work out. I'm going to probably end up trading him if we do get this to go through. Let's see if they'll do this. They're not looking to do that. How about if I give you a second round pick? Still no. I don't really want to give a first pick yet. If they're not going to take all the second round picks, then I will give a first round pick. Alright, they're not looking to do that. How about if I take this out, or here? How about if I take all these out, and how about if instead I give you my 2017 first round pick? Are they still not looking to do it? How about that? Alright, you know what? I might have overpaid for D'Angelo Russell a little bit. Honestly, he's going to progress into being a really good player by either Season 2 or Season 3, so I'm not going to be mad at that at all, but let's see some other trades that I can possibly work out. Michael Finley, going to see what I can get for him. If I can get a better small forward, I'm going to go ahead and do that, just because, you know what, why not? He is 30 years old pretty much, and so he's not going to be much use to me next year, so Michael Finley, if this trade offers will pop up here. Alright, he has 3-star trade value, not terrible at all. Evan Turner is interesting. We get Jared Sullinger too. I might look to do that. It's just another 1 year. Ooh, Nicholas Batum and Marvin Williams. Oh, and I can get Derek Favors. I don't really need a power forward because I have the Dirk. Rudy Gay, kind of a big contract for someone who's probably not going to put up great points. Ooh, Stanley Johnson. If we want to go really young on this team, we could. And then we can just build from that after like one season of probably not being too great. But also Tyreke Evans, and then we get Norris Cole as a backup point guard. Not a bad deal at all. Tyreke Evans making around $10.5 million, but he might put up some decent numbers because he's a scorer. I'm not seeing too many other good trades. We do have Iggy up here, but he is getting up there in age as well. And I kind of want to decrease the average age on this team. Honestly, I want to have someone who's locked up for a couple years. So I don't know if Stanley Johnson's the move here. So I am going to go. Where did he go? I am going to go with Tyreke Evans. We also get Norris Cole to be a good backup point guard for us. We do have Tyreke Evans locked up. Good trade. I feel like we do get younger with it, and I feel like we get more talent with it as well. So Tyreke Evans can be, why is it a secondary point guard? That's actually kind of weird. I feel like it would be a shooting guard, if anything, honestly. I want to see what I can get for the GOAT, Nick Van Exel, as much as it does hurt me, just because if you guys did watch that Lakers video, as I did say, he hit the craziest shot, man, I've ever seen. Oh my god. I also need to get a better center. So if I can't get a better center, I'm just going to try to trade for I'm just going to sign Larry Sanders. But Chris Middleton is here, but around $15 million. I'm not really looking to pay him that. We can get Kevin Love. Not seeing. Ooh, Chris. Okay, I'm going back to that. Honestly, I might just. Ooh, Phoenix's first round pick in TJ Warren. This is a really good deal. Alright. Ooh, Zach LaVine. I'm seeing some good deals here. Alright. And 2017. Do I have like a team option on him or something? Because this is, yeah, I have a 2-year team. This is probably going to be the trade that I'm going to do, because we do get that 2016 Minnesota first round pick too, and we get a good, nice young shooting guard in Zach LaVine. So I think that really works out to the best for everyone. So this roster is not terrible. I'm just going to see what I can get for Sean Bradley. Just see, because he is making $10 million. Not really looking to pay him that at the age of 30. I can also probably trade or sign someone younger. So let's see, any centers available? Alright, I'm not giving up my first round pick this year. Actually has a lot of value, surprisingly, even though I'm pretty sure we'll be pretty good. Enes Kanter and Andre Roberson, that's a decent deal. Enes Kanter's actually making a lot of money, so I'm not going to do that. What I am going to do is I'm just going to head over to the free agents, sign Larry Sanders to a contract. I'm going to see if I can get a team option on him, just so I can have him on the team for next year as well. But I'm actually going to try to trade Sean. Do we actually have it? Oh, we have no other centers on the roster, so I guess I am keeping Sean Bradley. So I might just roll with this for season number 1 at the point guard position. We are not really all set, because alright, actually we're all set, but I'm just gonna release the filler players. I was like looking at it, I was like, holy, do we really have that it for point guard? But release. Can I release you too? Alright, we have to keep 13 players on the team, but honestly, man, I'm fine with. I mean, only 2 point guards are really gonna play. Norris Cole and D'Angelo Russell, and then a shooting guard. We don't really have a backup, but I believe Avery Johnson. Yes, Avery Johnson can run the backup if he absolutely has to. And then at small forward, we are definitely all set between Tyreek Evans and Nick Young and Eduardo Najera. Actually, I'm going to try to move Nick Young just because he's making a lot of money. And we have Walt Williams. Forgot about him. Then we have Dirk, obviously a power forward. Not going to be really too much of an issue there because he doesn't really need a backup. We can just go run center heavy if it really comes down to it. Larry Sanders is more than capable of playing power forward. Let's see if we can move Swaggy P himself. Don't really want to pay him $5.5 million for someone who's not even going to play at all, honestly. If I can just get a cheap deal, Urebko wouldn't be bad. Ooh, Mike Connolly wouldn't be terrible. We did just get D'Angelo Russell. I kind of want to get someone who's young, but I also kind of want to get someone. Ooh, Joffrey Laverne isn't terrible. Let's see. I want someone on a cheap contract who's here who's like has either a team option or someone who I would have bird rights on. So honestly, I think I'm gonna do this because we do get a solid backup power forward with Taj Gibson, so that makes sense for me, honestly, because Taj Gibson will get some playing time as well. And then shooting guard, we're just a little low, but honestly, we can just run. We can just run Eduardo Najera at the shooting guard position as his backup, or as his secondary position, really. So I'm going to leave this rotation for season number 1. D'Angelo Russell, Zach LaVine, Tyreek Evans, Dirk Nowitzki, and Larry Sanders. Off the bench, we do have Taj Gibson, Sean Bradley, I believe, Norris Cole, Walt Williams, Eduardo Najera. Sorry, I don't really know this team too well. So we are running a 10-man rotation. This we do have 2 filler players and Cristiano Felicio just not really getting any minutes. So I'm not going to do any scoring options because I don't really think it matters too much. And I'll see you guys at the end of season number 1 where hopefully we can make the playoffs. So at the end of season number 1, Kevin Durant is your MVP, averaging 29 points a game, 9 rebounds, 8.5 assists with 2 steals and 1.5 blocks. Jahlil Okafor is your rookie of the year, averaging 20 points a game, 7 rebounds, 2 assists and half a steal. Joakim Noah wins 6th man of the year. DeAndre Jordan has made his way to Brooklyn and does win the defensive player of the. Actually, did they trade Brook Lopez for him? I don't know why he gets traded so much. Honestly, it doesn't make any sense to me. But CJ McCollum is most improved, and Billy Donovan is your coach of the year. However, because Kevin Durant is still on the Thunder in this game, just because I have the 2K rosters, I didn't download a custom roster or anything. As they do go 61-21, that is good enough for first in the Western Conference. Let's see if Dirk can make any of these All-NBA teams. I'm sure he would be our only one. I hope I don't miss him here. It does not appear that Dirk made anything. I hope I didn't miss him. You guys can let me know if I did. Let's see. You're not seeing anyone else from our Mavericks. We do have D'Angelo Russell on the all-rookie first team. That is pretty cool. But that is it for awards, looks like. We did go 48-34 on the year. That was good enough for 6th in the Western Conference. Not going to really complain about that at all. But what does end up sucking for us is the Minnesota Timberwolves, who we did trade. I forget what we traded, but we did get their pick. We also got Zach LaVine from them, so it really worked out in the end for us. But they were the 7th seed, so it's going to be like a mid-teens pick, honestly. So it's not going to be really worth anything too great, honestly. So I'm probably just going to end up moving it and see what I can get for it. But we look at player stats on the year. D'Angelo Russell was actually our leading scorer with 17, so very happy with the acquisition of him. I might have given up a lot. You guys can let me know that down in the comments section. But 17 points a game and then 5 assists. Not going to complain about that at all. And then we have Dirk with 16 and Tyreek with 13. So not a bad acquisition for $10 million. Kind of shaky on that deal for him, so I might look to trade him. Then Taj Gibson actually coming off the bench with 11. Very happy with that. Then Zach LaVine with 10. He just needs to progress a little more because he's only 21. And then D'Angelo Russell was our leading scorer, but is only the age of 20. So in round number 1, we're taking on the San Antonio Spurs. Let's check out their roster. I'm sure it does not change too much. Yes, they do still have Kawhi Leonard, LaMarcus Aldridge, Tony Parker, and Tim Duncan. So they're a pretty good team. I don't know why I'm down here, but we go game by game. I actually wanted to change the rotation. Let's just see. So they actually have Sean Bradley starting over Larry Sanders. Not too sure if I like that. Dirk's getting 40 minutes. That's kind of a lot for a power forward. But if that's what the 2K rotation thing wants it to do, I'm just going to let it do it. As I said, we are down 2-1. We tied up with 2 games apiece. We go up 3-2. Yo. Okay, we just made it past the Spurs. I didn't think that would happen. I mean, we were down 2-0. We just came back, won 4 straight, and we moved on to the Western Conference semis to take on the Warriors. Not going to lie. I mean, we're probably going to lose here, but I mean, I'm not going to complain really at all. I mean, this is Jesus Christ. Harrison Barnes isn't a Warrior anymore. Same with Bogut. Jamal Crawford made his way over here. He was never a Warrior, and he's for some reason wearing 35, even though that's Kevin Durant's number in real life. But Kevin Durant's okay. Never mind. You get my point. But let's look at the rotation. Not too much is changing. I'm just going to do what 2K says, just because typically that works out the best. We do win game 2 on the road though, and then they win game 3 here, and then we lose game 4 as well. And that is all she wrote, folks, for season number 1. We do get eliminated in the Western Conference semifinals by the Warriors. Not too mad about that at all. Let's see the finals are going to be. I'm going to guess it's going to be Thunder and Heat, and the Thunder sweep them. Okay, so they win in 6. I got the prediction right. I got the team that won right. And Russell Westbrook is your finals MVP, as in 6 games and in 39 minutes, averaged 23.5 points a game, 10 rebounds, and 12.5 assists. So we averaged a triple-double in the NBA Finals. That is ridiculous stats for a point guard, honestly, especially the rebounds. So we move along to the regular season. I have no idea who the Mavericks head coach was at this time. It was James Wallace. No, it's not. Steve Kerr, if you want to come here after losing the Western Conference Finals, I'm sure I would love to have you as a coach. And I'll just take Elijah Nelson, honestly, if either Steve Kerr or Jason Kidd does not want to come over to Dallas. Not going to complain about that too much. Let's see. We get Jason Kidd. Honestly, I'm going to take Jason Kidd. Not mad about that at all. Steve Kerr rejects. Not mad about that because we do get a very good head coach. I'm just going to have to go ahead and decline him. I'm just going to sim the rest of it because it's going to sign someone that I don't want to because it's just going to simulate it. And I actually haven't signed him until I sim through this. But we sim through the NBA draft. I'm going to check out what pick we have and then either decide to trade it or not. Yeah, we have 20 and 21, so I was even wrong about the late teens. It's going to be even further than that. But I'm going to see how far. Can we move up a little bit? Alright, we're not getting too many trade offers. But I'm going to take a 2017 Charlotte pick, and then I'll take the 18th pick, and then honestly, I'll just see who the CPU drafts for me. I'll probably sign into a roster spot unless it's way too much money. So Hornets pick could be valuable next year. You never know. Let's see rookie signings. We did draft Malachi Richardson out of Syracuse. I know that. I'm going to sign him just because he can be a good shooting guard. He can be a good scorer off the bench for us if he does get any minutes. Team player options, definitely going to bring back Zach LaVine. For $4 million, I will bring back Larry Sanders actually, and for pretty much the league minimum, I'll bring back Cristiano Feliciano just as a roster spot. But big 3 of the free agents, LeBron DeRozan and Pau Gasol. So I may or may not go after one of them depending on my cap situation. It's probably going to be a decent amount of cap. We are going to offer that qualifying to North Cole, making him restricted. We have a pretty good amount of cap. So I'm going to offer Sean Bradley that. And then everyone else really wants to test free agency. I'm not going to bring the filler players back. But we do get Sean Bradley. I'll take the 40. I'm going to sign him just so we have him. Alright, so LeBron didn't make it. That was really who I was targeting. I'm going to probably go after Hassan, though, because if we take a look at our roster, we do need to bring in a backup point guard. We're all set at shooting guard just because I'm going to have Malachi get a few minutes just because I want to progress him a little bit more. Small forward, we are kind of all set pretty much. We can just have Walt Williams roll off the bench, and we obviously have Tyreek starting for us, and then we have Taj and Dirk off power forward position. Then we do have a couple centers right now. So if I do get Hassan, I'm just going to probably release Feliciano, and then I'll look to trade either Bradley or Larry Sanders. Let's see if we can get Hassan Whiteside to come to Dallas. That is the max I can offer him with a player. Let's see, are we up there? Please tell me we're up there. Typically you're not if you can't offer him much. Damn, we're third. Alright, he does have 100% interest, but I mean, I would take the Lakers deal if I were him. I mean, they have that's a lot more money, even though there's no player option. So we're probably not going to lock him up. But can we get Rondo? I would take Rondo just as trade bait. That's honestly what I'm looking for right now, just to get players that I can move eventually, and then maybe I can get a center for Rondo if I'm really lucky. We are first on Rondo, so we can bring Rondo to Dallas. I'm going to go after Dwight just because I would rather have Dwight than like Larry Sanders being my center. We're first on his too. If I can get Nick Van Exel to come here, oh, that's clutch. I can get both of them. Hassan goes to the Lakers, and Nick Van Exel does go to the Spurs, I believe I saw. So this team's looking pretty good, honestly. I'm just gonna go ahead and check out my salary cap. I believe I had like $9 million left. Maybe I can get a bench player, a little bit of a role player within that. Luol Deng, if he wants to come here, and maybe not Luol Deng, as he is 31. Who can I get? I don't need a center. If Evan Turner wanted to come here, I would not be opposed to doing that because our backup small forward is not too great right now. Evan Turner, you want to come here with a player option? We're his only offer. You know what? I'll take Evan Turner on the team. That locks up 13 spots, I believe, and we do have bird rights on Norris Cole. So I'm going to bring him in as our backup point guard behind D'Angelo Russell. He did good for us last year. Why not bring him in again? We do have a qualifying on him, so if he does not accept, we can match it. But he does accept it, so it really doesn't matter. Let's move ahead to player progression, see how our team is looking overall. I'm pretty sure Dirk's going to go up a few overalls at least, and D'Angelo will shoot up. Same goes with Zach LaVine. But Dirk is an 89 overall, Dwight is an 84, Rajon Rondo is an 84, D'Angelo Russell is an 83, Tyreke Evans is an 81, Zach LaVine is a 79. Still, Evan Turner is a 78, and Taj Gibson is a 77. So this team's looking pretty good. I definitely do have to trade like Rondo. And then I might look for a trade for some centers just because we did sign Howard. So I will see you guys with some trades before the start of season number 2. So in the first trade of season number 2, I'm going to send Rajon Rondo and Taj Gibson to the Portland Trail Blazers for CJ McCollum and Myers Leonard. Reason being, we do improve our shooting guard position. I know Zach LaVine, we do have him, but Zach LaVine can be a 6-man off the bench for us. And then we do lose some depth at the power forward position with Taj Gibson because Taj Gibson is a little bit better than Myers Leonard. But no big deal at all. We do move a point guard, and then we do get a good shooting guard in return. So Zach LaVine might not be too happy with that, but he can come off the bench as a 6th man. And honestly, man, I might just leave this rotation the way it is. I'm actually going to see what I can get for Sean Bradley real quick, just because if I can't get anything, because I believe actually I didn't see the rotation. We're pretty good at center, so if I can get something for Sean Bradley, I will do it. But if not, I'm just going to leave him as it is, because the rotation wasn't too messed up to begin with. He only has 1.5-star trade value, same with Larry Sanders, so probably not going to get great trade offers unless I see something that absolutely blows me away. I mean, the Detroit first-round pick, but they're actually probably pretty good with Jackson and Drummond. Gortat, I still don't understand how he's an 81 overall, honestly. Yeah, but nothing too great here. I'm just going to leave it the way it is. We look at the rotation one more time. D'Angelo Russell, CJ McCollum, Tyreke Evans, Dirk Nowitzki, and Dwight Howard off the bench. We do have Zach LaVine, Evan Turner, Sean Bradley, Larry Sanders, and Norris Cole for some reason is not getting minutes, but I'm definitely going to make sure he gets minutes. I want him to get minutes just because it makes more sense. Actually, I'm going to have to run an 11-man rotation just because I need a power forward to get minutes too. Alright, so not bad at all. I might bump Sean Bradley or Larry Sanders minutes down once we move towards the playoffs, just because I would rather run a smaller rotation in the Western Conference playoffs with like the Warriors, who we're probably going to have to compete with at some point. But this team should be good enough for maybe a 3 or 4 seed in the Western Conference. And I'll see you guys at the end of season number 2, or hopefully we can possibly win a championship. So at the end of season number 2, Kevin Durant wins his 2nd straight MVP award, averaging 27.5 points a game, 8 rebounds, 8 assists, 1.5 steals, and 1.5 blocks. Ben Simmons does win the Rookie of the Year award on the Orlando Magic. Guessing he was the first pick. Yes, he was. Joakim Noah wins his 2nd straight 6th Man of the Year. DeAndre Jordan wins his 2nd straight Defensive Player of the Year. Festus Ezeli made his way over to Miami and does win the Most Improved Player. Pretty good stats for him. I don't know if Hassan, I forget. Hassan, actually no, he went to the Lakers, so he might have been starting at center. And then Billy Donovan wins his 2nd straight Coach of the Year, as he is... Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know why. I saw 2 years. I thought it was 2nd in the Western Conference, but no, it was not. He went 66 and 16. Let's see if we have any Mavericks on these All-NBA teams or anything like that. Not seeing anything so far. Not seeing anything again. Do we not get any Mavericks? I might have missed it. Let me know if I missed it in the comments. I know I missed one in a recent video. But we did have the 3rd seed of record. We also had a record of 55 and 27. Not too bad at all. we look at the player stats on the year. D'Angelo Russell was once again our leading scorer with 18 points a game, so he's really progressing as a nice young superstar in the NBA. Dwight Howard is actually our second leading scorer in front of Dirk, who I thought would have been would have scored more points than Dwight Howard. But we look at these stats: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players were in double figures with points. Not going to be mad about that at all. So good year for us all around with the scoring. No one really took too much control. But in round number 1, we were taking on the New Orleans Pelicans. We actually lost to a couple of times this year. They do have obviously Anthony Davis, who is going to have to be covered by Dirk. So that's going to be an interesting matchup, probably a matchup for the century if Dirk could actually cover Anthony Davis when Dirk was in his prime. They also drew Holiday and Ryan Anderson, but not too tough a matchup as one of their other top 3 players is also a small forward. But we do pick up a winning game number 1. We do pick up a winning game 2. We lose game 3. We win game 4. And there we go, man. We move on to the Western Conference semis to take on the Golden State Warriors. This is where I said I might want to switch up the rotation just because I kind of want to run small ball. But honestly, this rotation's been working for us all season, so I might not change much of anything. It seems pretty good right now, so I'm fine with it. If we go down like 3-0 or something, maybe I'll change it. We do win game 2. That's huge. We're up 2-1. All right, 2-2. Damn, man, they're up 3-2. All right. I don't really want to change anything just because I feel like it's going to screw with stuff if I change stuff. Alright, I'm going to simcast it. If we lose, it's going to be tough, but it is a tough Western Conference. So, alright, we're losing, and we got blown out. Alright, so that is it for Season 2, I guess. And it looks like the Cavs and the Warriors are going to beat them in 7 games, and your Finals MVP is probably Steph Curry. Let me just guess. Probably Steph Curry. Yep, Steph Curry in 7 games and in 40 minutes, averaged 31 points a game. 5 rebounds, 6.5 assists with 2 steals. Duncan does retire, and Brendan Malone is your coach retirement. Duncan does make the Hall of Fame. No shock there at all. Let's move on to the NBA draft just because we do have our staff filled out. I really only care about the coach, and we did have Jason Kidd. We did sign him last year's offseason, so let's move along. I don't believe we should have any picks that are really that good. All right, we have 16 from the Hornets. I was maybe hoping that'd be a little bit better. I'm going to see what I can get for this pick in our first round next year, just because our first round next year we're not going to really need just because we're going to be good once again, and I'm not going to go into offseason next year. I'm not seeing much, honestly. How about if I throw in a third first round pick? I just want, like, if I can get in the top 10, honestly, I'll take that. I probably can't. Alright, who has, like, the number, like, 8 pick? No, not player. Pick. Alright, pick. Alright, who has 8? Actually, you know what? 7. Did I just see 7? 7 from the Bucks. How about if I just throw you this? How about if I just throw you all of these picks? Alright, you know what? I'll take 7. I'm going to hop into the draft, and I'll see you guys with my pick at number 7. Alright, we're here at the 7th pick. We do have 24 trade offers for it. Just going to check some of them out. I'm going to look at our team needs. Honestly, we don't really have too many team needs, but Boyd Rodman is offered, and I believe he might have been the first pick. I wasn't really paying too much attention. My bad about that. I probably should have, but honestly, I might just take him because he probably is better than any prospect that we're probably going to be looking at. I'm just going to see who the prospects are that are left. Is anyone great? I forgot it. We're Josh Jackson. Okay, never mind. I'm going to see you guys at rookie signings. Alright, man, we're here rookie signings, and Josh Jackson was our only draft pick, but he is an 80 overall, probably going to go up to an 81, I believe I did see there. D'Angelo Russell and Zach LaVine definitely both coming back. Paul and Griffin really run the free agency class this year, too. Clippers, hopefully former Clippers, if we can sign one of them. Gonna offer both of these guys qualifying. CJ McCollum wants to test. I'm pretty sure he's just pissed because we do have what's his name, Zach LaVine. Let's see our cap situation. I'm gonna see. I don't want to let Tyreke Evans walk, but I'm just gonna see. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna offer him this with a player. I don't know if he's happy or not. We do get Tyreke. I'll bring Tyreke in. Then we have 19 million. Okay, so we look at what our team needs are. We're good at point guard. We're definitely good at shooting guard after Josh Jackson. Then I'm gonna probably match any offer CJ McCollum. Small forward, we're definitely good, but like, what do we need? We need a kind of a better center, but I don't really see much. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna see if I can snag the Greek Freak and CJ McCollum. I might do that. I don't know. I feel like CJ McCollum might get an offer in the first day, and I might not be able to match it. But player option for Giannis. That's really the only person I need. He gets a match the first day. Alright. What do I need more? Alright, shooting guard, honestly, I have depth between Zach LaVine and Josh Jackson. And small forward, I kind of need that a little more. So, I'm going to take Giannis. Hopefully they don't match the contract. Alright, they don't. I'll take Giannis on the team. Not really too mad about that at all. Just going to see if I can get kind of a veteran player for something a little bit a smaller contract, maybe. Not seeing too much. Do I have bird rights on anyone? I do. I have him on Myers Leonard. Definitely going to bring him back to back up Dirk. He was a good backup for Dirk last year. Throw him a player option. He should accept it on the first day. I believe he should. Let's see. Yep, we do get Myers Leonard back. That brings our roster to 13 players. Felicio comes back as well. This roster should be pretty good now, man. We do have Dirk at a 90 overall. D'Angelo Russell is an 87. Giannis is an 85. Dwight is an 83. Tyreek is an 82. Josh Jackson's an 81. Zach LaVine is an 80. This roster is pretty good, man. This is a pretty good rebuild, I feel like. And I will see you guys with the rotations and possibly some trades before the start of season number 3. So the rotation for season number 3 is not going to change at all. D'Angelo Russell, Zach LaVine, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Dirk Nowitzki, and Dwight Howard off the bench. We do have Tyreek Evans, Josh Jackson, Evan Turner, Sean Bradley. I forgot we lost Larry Sanders. We do have Norris Cole also coming off the bench, and then Myers Leonard also getting minutes at the backup 4. And then off the we also have minutes to Walt Williams and Cristiano Felicio. Neither of them really going to play just because they're not going to contribute at all to this team. So honestly, man, this is our year. This is the best team we've had all video, and I believe we should win a championship in season 3. So at the end of season number 3, Stephen Curry is your MVP, averaging 30.5 points a game, 6.5 rebounds, 8.5 assists, with 2 steals and pretty much no blocks. Dennis Smith wins the Rookie of the Year award on the Brooklyn Nets. Rajon Rondo is your 6th man of the year on the Portland Trail Blazers, probably backing up Damian Lillard, I would imagine. I really wouldn't imagine anyone else. Harry Giles wins Defensive Player of the Year, and it's his 2nd year in the league. Wait, no, it's his 1st year actually. Yeah, he's a rookie. I'm sorry, I forgot about that. CJ McCollum was Most Improved, made his way over to New York. Honestly, maybe I should have signed him instead of Giannis. At the end of the day, we had the best record in the Western Conference. I'm really not going to be too mad about that. Speaking of best record, 66-16, first in the Western Conference. Jason Kidd is the Coach of the Year. Not mad about that at all. Let's see if we can finally have someone maybe on an All-NBA team, maybe an All-Defensive team. I know we're going to have a rookie probably. Dennis Smith's already on the All-NBA 2nd team as a rookie. That's pretty impressive. I don't see any Mavericks. I'm very well possibly could have missed them. I'm very blind. Yep, Josh Jackson. All-NBA, all-rookie first team. I'm sorry, not All-NBA. But best record in the Western Conference, 66-16. We were only like half a game, I believe. No, we were tied with the Warriors. Damn, I thought we were like half a game up. I mean, look at it. It wasn't even a race between the rest of the league, honestly. Alright, so player stats on the year. Probably should have shown these over here. But D'Angelo Russell, once again, our leading scorer. And it's pretty much just the same thing every year. You guys can check out all the stats for yourself if you really want to. But we look at the rotation for this season. It was Josh Jackson actually got moved up over Zach LaVine. I think that happened mid-year. I'm not positive about that. No, I didn't do that. That's not happening though. Okay, so in round number 1, we are taking on the Denver Nuggets. Let's see. Hopefully, Emmanuel Mudiay has kind of progressed into a good point guard. This is a very good 8 seed. Honestly, not gonna lie about that. But we lose game 1. We pick up a win in game 2. We're up 2-1. We're up 3-1. All right. I thought I got a little scared there, honestly, when we lost game 1. But it came down and do it, and we just won 4 straight. So honestly, if they want Tyreek starting over Giannis, I'm just gonna listen to 2K. That's what happened last time, and it made it decently far. So, all right. I forgot to show you the Thunder's roster. I apologize about that. I'm pretty sure it's the same thing. Yep. Kevin Durant stayed. See that, Kevin? That's loyalty. Okay. So. This team is a very good team, especially for a 4 seed. Once again, we're losing game 1, but we do win game 2 and game 3. They tied up 2 games apiece. All right, what's wrong with this? All right, they put Giannis back in there. That's probably smart for the best. I'm going to simulate this with Simcast. Let's see if we can maybe pick up a win in not a good first quarter, a good second quarter. Back and forth, looks like we're going, and we blew them out 24-10 in the 4th quarter, giving us the 3-2 series advantage. We go into game 6 with all the momentum. Hopefully, we are in Oklahoma City. Let's see if we can pick it up. We do have a huge... Oh. Honestly, 9 seconds. I'm not going to... No, I'm not going to risk it. Alright, we do lose. Maybe I could have jumped in, but I know you guys maybe wanted to see me jump in. I'm sorry. It's 9 seconds. Probably didn't even have the ball. I'm not going to risk it. But we do go to a Game 7 with the Thunder, and oh my god, we kind of pooched it. Alright, 10 minutes. I will hop into this one if it's necessary. No! Oh, I should have stopped it. Oh my god, GG, man. Thunder are just too tough, honestly. I can't do anything about it, but the power of the Brooklyn Nets a 1 seed. Man, get out of here. And the Pistons go to the finals. Alright, whatever. So, that's tough. So I guess the Warriors can beat the Thunder, but we can't, even though our team's very good. But Curry's your Finals MVP award. I'm sorry I couldn't win a championship with this team. I thought it was definitely worthy of one, but I will go over the roster one more time. Dirk Nowitzki, D'Angelo Russell, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Dwight Howard, Tyreek Evans, Josh Jackson, Zach LaVine, Evan Turner, Norris Cole, Sean Bradley, Myers Leonard, Malachi Richardson, Walt Williams, and the GOAT, Cristiano Felicio. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to like down below. I believe the next historic team I will be doing is the 1990 Portland Trailblazers, just because I saw a couple of requests for that in one of my more recent historic rebuilds. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and yeah, I'll catch you guys all in the next one.